Welcome, welcome to you all. Thank you for hopping on. It's so great to see everyone. We've got how many? Oh, 25 participants. So, greetings from Atlanta, Georgia. I am so honored to be here to host this workshop, and you are in for a treat. So, please reach out to your team members, all your leaders to join us. Thank you, Lucy. It's so great to see you on. And so, let's kick this off, guys. Oh, I am so blessed to be here. And thank you for our, leaders that are, have invited and asked me to host this call. So before we start, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Lorraine Schwenke. I come from the corporate world, had a very successful career in HR technology for over 30 years. And I was a single mother in my mid 30s. I have 5 children, 8 grandchildren. As you know, my journey was pretty rough as a single mother. It's one of those things that I feel like it's really prepared me for this journey. I was always working. I was not a hands-on mother, something that I look back and I've always wanted to do something that I could give back to my children, that I could pay it forward and also bless their lives and also everybody else's life. Well, and when I was 61, that's when I stumbled across Nu Skin. I've got 14 months to go before I turn 70. So I am so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for coming across Nu Skin. So, as a single mother, it was always go, 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 always chasing the, paycheck after paycheck, although I made a very good living in corporate America. But the one thing that I never had was time flexibility. I really struggled, being a mother at the time because I was married to my laptop, basically. So, and this journey has really, really taught me so much. I was also a, a business owner, the traditional business owner. We owned a detox, facility, and in just one year we had to close our doors because it was very hard. Funding payroll was very hard, and that's the beauty of Nu Skin is that it gives us the flexibility of time, and also we're building our business on top of a very successful company that's been around for 41 years. So that is my story. And this is the privilege that I have today is that I'm able to spend the time with my children to give back to them the things that I never was able to do when I was with corporate America. Now I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, spending time with 2 of my children and 2 grandchildren, and that is a privilege that I'm so thankful for Nu Skin. So, without further ado, I just want to introduce our first trainer this morning, guys. You are in for a treat. So, as you know, that we have System 7 here at Nu Skin. That is a system that we follow. It's one of the things that I love. I come from a systems world, technology, and my life in the past was always about processes and implementing systems. So I come to Nu Skin, and lo and behold, we have a system here. And as one of our leaders always says, that the system will save us from ourselves, right? Because you come in and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So this morning, please reach out to your team members. Please stay muted throughout the call and give, the time to our leaders that are making the time to come on and share with us the experience that they have. So our first leader that is going to train us, on the why and the vision of this is our none other than our 4-star platinum team elite, Carrie Tu. She is somebody that I highly respect. I look up to. She's been my mentor, and I just want to wish her happy birthday. Yesterday was her birthday. She could have been spending the weekend focusing on herself and her 52nd birthday. However, she's decided to come on and train us this morning. She's a mother of 4, building a very successful global business in 32 countries. She is someone that is no stranger to network marketing. She's been in this industry for over 30 years, been in Nu Skin for over 16 years, and that's what I love about this leader. She mentors, she believes in the vision, she serves like no other. She's someone that always puts the team first. beyond her own needs. And sometimes she just serves, 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 right? No matter what time, she's always there to help us. So, without further ado, I'd like to bring up our 4-star platinum team elite Circle of Excellence, uh, Nurse the Children Foundation, then all those wonderful titles she gives to everybody. So, welcome, Terry, too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much, Lorraine, for kicking off our Zoom OTG workshop this morning, and all of you wonderful individual hopping on here in evening in India. You could have go out and enjoy, right? But you're here with us, and also around here, US. I saw Vietnam, and it's exciting day today. It's always my honor and privilege to serve our OTG family around the world. And I'm so excited. Oh, sorry, if you can give me a quick minute. Okay. I am right here. Make sure we get the right PowerPoint here. All right. Okay, we got it. Thank you. Good morning, OTG. In case you don't know what that stands for, it stands for One Team Global. Okay, One Team Global. And the reason we're all here this morning because we want to learn the basic, right? To use a system to leverage and build our one new skin business around the world. And my life changed because of a system. The system truly saved me from myself in an industry that could be chaotic, could be frustrated. But I came into the industry 30 years ago, and thank God the first company has a system. Okay, let me see. How did I do this? I gotta hide this, right? You guys see the timer. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me start all over. Okay, I think I got the timer on mine, and so let me see.
Just show your screen. Yeah, just show your presentation. You're good now.
All right, well, good. I see that. Okay. Um, and of course, that's my husband and I, and but this is here my pride and joy, and they are now moving forward our why we do this, and um, every day when I wake up, looking at this picture, it reminds me of thank God that He lead me to this amazing company 16 years ago to give my husband and I both could consider workaholic before network marketing that allow us to truly have time and financial leverage with our family and be there for our boys. You know, daddy would do morning shift, I would do evening shift for the boys. And I just thank God for this opportunity of New Skin. And it's about freedom. You know, our family journey to freedom 46 years ago was not easy. We were the boat people, and thank God we survived the journey. We land on the refugee camp for a year because we got rescued by the Coast Guard of Hong Kong. And I didn't remember the journey because I was very young, but I remember our parents, you know, my mom and dad always remind us of, you know, the price we pay to get to this great country called America, the land of opportunity, the land of freedom. And but you know, growing up, we didn't experience, even though we live in California for 40 something years, but I don't remember Disneyland at all. You know, the Disneyland I remember is we get in a van and then go pick up my dad at Santa Cruz, California. And in the home front, you know, my mom would be sitting there in the dining area doing the net. And so growing up in my teen, I start to question the American dream. You know, I question, is this America? Is this why we risk our life to came here? And something tugged at my heart that, you know, how can I deliver the American dream to my mom and dad? And, you know, I was a middle kid of 9 children. Yes, the forgotten child, where no one pay attention, right? And, but somewhere being that I didn't see myself, you know, being in business, I'm an introvert. And you have my brother K2 can testify. I'm the one who, like, whatever people do, I'm okay. Just give me a corner and with my books, and I'd be okay. Yeah. So a career in nursing is what I choose because our parents stress education is the key to success in America. And so choosing a career in nursing, but the day that changed my life is in my third year, my brother responded to an advertisement, brought me down to saw my first presentation when I was 19 years old. I didn't understand everything, but one thing the speaker say, we don't care how young you are, where you came from, as long you have a dream, desire, and discipline, then you can turn all that dream into reality. You don't need your MBA. I say hallelujah. He said, you don't need your PhD. I say hallelujah. And he said the only PhD you need is you need to be poor, hungry, and determined. And I was poor, hungry, and determined. And then I got introduced to a great book that changed my life in that company called Think and Grow Rich. And because my parent told me I love them to death, but they literally have broke ideas. And in this book called Think and Grow Rich, my first introduction to network marketing, everybody around me, even when my brother who brought me in quit the business, and everybody told me I was crazy. I was sometimes stupid to do this, and I'm a dreamer. But then in this book, what I've learned is don't let broke people kill you out of your dream. And you got to surround yourself with successful people because you become who you hang out with or who you let, I call puke into your brain, right? And so this book really changed my life, and and I learned not to quit. I've learned I have that dream in front of me of retiring my mom and dad, and so it's not easy. The first 2 years, I don't know how many times I want to quit, and some of you on the Zoom here today, you probably want to quit many times, right? But thank God that as long you don't quit, I've learned that's a secret to success in network marketing, and so the first 3 years, I didn't make a lot of money. But I've learned to be a leader. And then I transitioned to financial network marketing. Within my first 4 years, I reached $1 million circles and were MVP of the company, and was the youngest 1% earning the financial service in that company because my mentor believed in me. He said, Terry, you can deliver your dream. You can take care of your mom and dad. And I did that at the age of 27. Their first trip, Alan's on the Zoom here today, was Hawaii. They love it. They want to move there afterward. And that was really my parents' first vacation in the US. And, and being in the financial service industry, I see so many marriage fall apart because of finance. And so I want to make sure I'm financial set, and bought my first home, bought my dream car, Mercedes. Why? Because before that, I was driving a beat up car that if I pull up, smoke comes up. I would hide my car like way down the street so no one would see. And so I felt like I thought I arrived, able to hit my dream. But then, 2008 happened. At the end of 2008, the whole financial crisis happened and its impact around the world. It impacted my business. Within 6 months, I closed down my office. 9,000 of my agent, slowly leave the business. And what hurt me is seeing people who became my family leave the business. And so I end up on my mom and dad living room. I end up losing my home and the car. And, if I'm sharing that with you, it's not to impress you, but I want to impress upon you the power of dream, the power of believing in your dream and never giving up. And so I literally close to bankruptcy at the end of 2008. And I prayed to God. I said, God, I love network marketing. I fell in love with an industry that can allow someone average and ordinary to become extraordinary. And I was like, I got to find that one company. I'm 35, broke, on my mom and dad living room. I want to find the company that I can say, this is it. And I truly believe God lead me to Nu Skin because when I saw the mission of this company is to be a force for good throughout the world by empowering individuals with rewarding business opportunity with innovative product and enriching, uplifting culture. And it grabbed my heart. And we went to work. And this is me, at the kickoff. I know Alan on here, remember, I didn't even sign up yet. I came in with my big ego and I was sat in the back of 2,000 people. And after that event, I knew. And then they talk about Open Vietnam. They saw, just like many of you are India. We've been here in opening India for the last year. And I saw if we can bring this opportunity to my country where my family, 14 generation fishermen, that if someone say yes in my country of Vietnam, that they can change their life. And so we went hard work. And I met my amazing partner. You get a chance to hear later, Ben Nguyen, and we share the same vision of blessing our community and then beyond our community. And so our team went because I truly believe, it doesn't matter what your skin color, what language you speak, where we came from. God create all of us with dream and desire and with all the potential that we can live our dream. And today, as we talk about OTG, who's really OTG? One Team Global is founded by upline senior partner mentor to many, to thousands and thousands around the world, Nathan Rick, and he has a vision to have a system that I truly can save many of you from yourself, a system that allow you to leverage to build around the world, a system with a vision. As you can see, the vision of OTG is to create a unique global organization through teamwork, mentorship, and support, empowering individual to create profitable international Nu Skin business. Don't we all want to be part of that vision to create an international successful business based on teamwork? I mean, the amazing leader today to our MC, all teamwork. We don't make money on each other. Some do, but we all collaborate and work together because the system, will give you duplications. And today you will learn all the some detailed step on how to launch your system within your team. And the mission of the OTG is to develop OTG leader by providing a proven global system based on contribution, honesty, accountability, integrity, and respect. And I love that. I want to able to be in an environment where I can trust, my partner. I can trust my sideline, and we work together with respect and contribution. We don't make money on each other many times, but we collaboration to bring value to the marketplace, whatever market we're in right now, especially right now, focus on the India market. And I share with you, this is the event where, Nathan, OTG have Success Summit, all over, coming in Europe in May. My husband and I will be in Success Summit as a guest speaker in Vietnam. I'm here at core member with OTG for 13 years. We host Success Summit here in US in July. And so this is one Success Summit that I was so still resonant in my heart when Nathan was sharing at Success Summit in Vietnam. When we launched, I would never imagine the day that, even my husband and I were not there. Our team continued to plug in and really have the leverage in Vietnam market with OTG. As you can see, that's how impactful system OTG around the world. And Nathan, continue to leave his legacy, even though he's not with us anymore. But his legacy is truly impact thousands and thousands of lives around the world through his vision of OTG. And my husband and I were honored to continue to pay for, and many leaders, around the world with OTG continue to pay for his legacy. And my life was impacted because for 10 years, in my first 10 years, that I would fly into Utah and learn, from the great legendary, Nathan Rick every month. And, it has made a tremendous impact in my journey here with Nu Skin. And, if you look at System 7, it's really one page to this day after 16 years that I would look at this page and still see that I have so much to learn. Today, on the left side, you see the workflow of System 7. There's 7 steps, from setting goal you learn today, creating your contact list to invite, to present, and we will leave follow up and getting start, especially getting start to your leaders that are going to help you get start. But follow up is normally we do on the training side of the business instead of today, and then I will wrap up with teamwork. How do we going to work together, collaboration with trust and respect, so all of us can really flourish and thrive, in our marketplace, especially India. And then in the middle, the special event. I mean, to me, this is the heartbeat of the business. This is where it shows how strong your business is how many times you do one-on-one. You plug into the BB on Tuesday, to the product demo, you're going out there with you and, doing product demo and to attending workshop today, right? And then the fly in that what potential putting right now for India is March fly in. Here in the US, we have a fly in the third week of every month. I mean, I've been capitalizing on that for the last 16 years, bring my people into the corporate office, and then there's OTG Success Summit, and then New Skin Convention, and then on top of that, your team, your leader have their own event that you want to plug in because event that's where leader get born. Event that's where you make life-changing decision, and then on a daily, every day, this is what you need to do to build your business. I mean, from 1 to 4. I mean, be a product of a product. You know, I don't believe in that you need to sell, but if I believe in, you know like the products. I just turned 51 and I have my first at 38, 39, 41, and 47 years of age. The product to work on me, right? And then you acquire customer because I'm a living proof. You want to be a living proof, acquire new customer, presenting the business or the product, at least 15 people with your leaders if you're new, and then achieve at least, points block, 500, set a goal every week, right? And then from 5 to 7 is really building yourself, feed your mind daily, you're connecting, and contributing to OTG. I mean, even today, you're being on here, you're contributing, and then being a team player, right? 1 to 4 is really helping you build your business, creating volume, right? And then 5 to 7 is helping building you. Because I truly believe the more you become, the more you attract in this business. The navigation, all right? This is the navigate. It keep you back on course, right? Just like our car, and the system will allow you to simplify, to multiply your business. I truly believe the system will help you build a solid foundation in the business, built to last, and then allow you the leverage to go international with New Skin. And I truly believe this is the house right there. You want to go through building a strong house with the system 7, and then, with duplication, edification, respecting sideline and consultation, that's allow a solid home as you build with a system. Okay, just like McDonald's, there's a system, right? And this system right here, you see, if you want to be big, if you want big success, you don't need a talented person in the system. You just want a system builder. You need someone who's teachable, coachable, and humble. You get paid to duplicate and copy, right? You don't need to create because everything, OTG has all the tools on the website, otg.global. You can download the presentation, BB, the workshop, the Getting Started booklet. All of that is there. It allowed my husband and I to truly leverage, building in 32 market with the system, where the system would give you duplication, which will equal freedom. Okay. And you can live your dream with the system. I truly believe that, instead of becoming a workaholic, like my husband and I in traditional business, you can live your dream. Because for me, the dream that close to me was able to deliver my dad last dying wish is to bring him to Vietnam and live with us. And he passed away, but I felt in my heart that I fulfill his last wish and to make an impact. I've never imagined to able to make a global impact around the world and to able to share about dream and believe in Singapore 8 years ago. And I'm here to tell you, we have a big mission. We have a big mission, Indian, 1 lakh healthy household, global around the world, 10 million healthy household. Okay. And as a, OTG, we believe one dream, one team, 1 billion the US, but 10 billion worldwide. So let's go and make it happen. We believe in you. Together, let's do it.
Woo! Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is the best way to kick off this call this morning, this training. Thank you so much to our 4-star Platinum Team Elite, Terry Tu, for those, very strong start this morning. So without further ado, let me bring up our next trainer, who is the other half of this power duo. This leader is also born in Vietnam and moved here, when he was very young, 35 years ago. He's got a strong background in engineering and also started his own electronics company and then an herbal company. And, and he's also the father and, the other half to this power duo. He is someone that I really look up to because he's mentored this team very, very powerfully and very strongly. He's also an NTC Chief Ambassador, Presidential Director, a member of the OTG One Team Global. And he believes that if you do your best, God will do the rest. So without further ado, I'd love to bring up our 4-star Platinum Team Elite, Ben Nguyen. Thank you so much.
All right, Talofa, Lorraine, thank you so much for serving OTG today. And namaste to everybody around the world, and especially the India market. Okay, my name is Ben Nguyen, and let me share my slide. Just a minute. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so here is my slide. Okay, so today is going to be a workshop day, and I know that you are in everywhere, and I want you to very comfortable and learn, right? And learn from the System 7. That's my why. Thank you so much for my why, just sharing the vision of the System 7. And this is my why I do Nu Skin, because I want a better life. I want my kid a better life, right? Every time I look at their eye and I don't want to quit, and I want to start something that I can finish that. So this is my why. And this is a picture of also remind, but we served OTG core team in US for 13 years ago. And today that, all the leaders are going to line up and training you and want you to be a better and want you to be successful business. So I believe, in this leader right here and this leader on the Zoom today, that they're going to teach you. They believe that you read, right? Believe what you read. When you read the book, you got to believe what you read and teach what you believe and practice, especially practice what you teach. So this is our leader is being practiced and they've been successful, and they're gonna teach you how to succeed in the business. Okay. So Terry just share you about the 3 pillars of the System 7: workflow and a special event, and then the last thing is a core habit. I'm telling you, the core habit in the last, if you really want to do business, right? You want to commit to do a core habit, and I'm guarantee you it's going to be 100% you successful, because not many people can follow the core habit. But for myself, when I'm jumping this business, when I be a partner business, one of the team leads say that if you want to be successful business, you got to do a core habit. But today, I'm going to go back to workflow. I'm the first one to train you how to do the set goal. And then we have a lineup, amazing leader will train you on next step, right? Create a contact list, invite, present the opportunity to share product, and follow up and get in stock and teamwork. Okay. So before I'm going to share you the setting goal, this is my goal. This is when I set my goal, this is my 5 point. I gotta be very crystal clear, right? And I want to be hungry for it. When you sleep, you cannot sleep when you set your goal, and you know that is your goal on your hand, right? Whatever in your hand is going to be on your hand. Okay. So you got to be excited. Okay. And you got to be challenged with that. And you know why you do the business, because of your family, because of your future of your kid, right? Because you want to retire your parent. It's just like my wife. Okay. So in network, this is my quote. In network marketing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter is what it's work, but it's rather they can duplicate the process. So today you're going to learn the system going to be simple to multiple. Okay. All right. So I'm setting goal for myself too. I know that 2025 is, somebody said it's the worst year. I said that this too shall pass. Okay. 2026 is going to be better year. And I know for sure that Nu Skin open the Indian market. It will change a lot of life and will bless a lot of life. Okay. So our goal, the same thing. Terry and I go, we will bring 100 people to 100 Ruby executive to the success trip in Yokohama. And some of you in India are going to be going to Yokohama as well, because Nu Skin will do a big event over there it's about 20,000 people. So I hope that I can see you all over there in September 13 to 17, right? Okay, let's talk about setting goal, okay? When you setting goal, you know that where you going, right? Let's say that you go into the station, train station, and the people selling the ticket and asking you, where are you going, Laureen? And Laureen said, I don't know where I'm going. So just like what you do when you do in the business, the same thing. Okay, you know where you're going. You gotta tell them that I want to go to Yokohama, right? So here, if you don't know where you're going and how you're gonna get there, and you are drifting without destination. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna give you a little bit about this. In the whole fly, right? Everyone have 700,000 of the hour, and you sleep 230 hour, and then you have 233 hour to working. So what are you gonna do with the 116,000? Are you gonna watch TV? Are you gonna waste in your life to do something that's not value? So today I'm so excited because I want to add value to you, right? I want to give you my experience and doing the business. Okay. So 7,000. I'm gonna ask you, what are you gonna do with the 700,000 of the hour in your life? Okay. So this is what I'm put together. So when you close that, Terry just said that you don't want to be close with the failure, right? So here's the quote right here: influence of fan, you will become average of your 5 closest fan, and be careful who you're gonna associate with. They're gonna drag you down or they're gonna lift you up, right? So have to be clear your vision. You must give serious thought what you really want to do and what you really want to change your life, and write down your goal. Goal is not written, it's only a wish. Okay, so the key to success is program your mind, your subconscious, your mind, because your mind is just like computer. It's whatever in, it's gonna be go out, right? It's same thing that the program is computer. Whatever you program, it will be coming out. Okay, so here in life, okay, you gotta set your goal. This is for men in area in your life. You gotta be in physical. That means that you gotta be healthy. You gotta work out. Nothing you can do without you healthy, right? You gotta be healthy. And in Asian said that healthy is golden. Okay, golden. And second is your relationship. Okay, your relationship with your wife, your family, your friend, and your family around you. Okay, you have to be happiness. And the third thing is about your business. How many time you willing to put in your business? How many time? How much time that you want to put in your business to be successful? And the last thing, if you do three things in the top, the last thing that you contribute, you want to be charity. I'm so proud that we are 5%. We contribute 5% to the nourish the children. So every commission that we have, we're going to donate a 5%. Okay, for me, that I put God first. The second is my family, and the third thing is the business. Okay, in life. Okay, so here I'm going to break down. So what percent that follow through their goal? Okay, I'm going to break this down. So you're gonna write this down, or you can take a picture. Right, the first thing, when you set your goal, right? It said that is good idea. You're gonna set your goal, and you say that this is a good idea, right? Only 10%. But when I say that I will do it, okay, I will do it, okay, and then you're gonna go up to 25%. And then the third thing, that I will do by specific date, that is gonna be 40%. You gotta write down the date that you're gonna be set your goal, okay? And the third thing, the fourth thing, to set your plan, okay? Plan is very important. If you succeed, it means that you have your plan. Your plan to fail, you plan to success, okay, 50%. And then you told, this is more important, you told someone else about your plan. You tell your upline, you tell your parent, you tell your kid that I have this plan, okay? When you tell someone that you're gonna do it, that means that it's stronger, right? You gotta keep your promise. And lastly, can set the specific time you report to progress. It's going to be 95%. That means that you're going to report to your upline. It's not upline, it's not your boss, because you want to work together, right? You want to succeed together. It's the only thing that upline can help you to set your goal and to succeed it. Okay. So I like this one. Okay. So on the right side, when you are interested in doing something, you do it only when it's your convenient. Okay. So they said that the convenient success is not inconvenient. Success is about committed, about that you do something, it's no excuse and only the result. That's what I like about it. Look at Nu Skin After Income overview, right? You can see that the pin title. Later on, I'm going to go through that. So here, set your goal. This is I'm called SMART system. Okay, SMART. You gotta be specific. It's measurable, measurable, and attainable, and relevant, okay, and time bound. So let's say that you're gonna state your goal in specific. You want to be Ruby. You want to be in the success trip, right? In by September, you have 6 months, and then 3 months that you're gonna maintain that. In India, we don't know the success trip, but this is gonna be success trip for you guys, okay? For you guys. So you know your why you doing it. You do this your family. So average Ruby in US about $30,000 a year, okay? About 2,500 2,500 a month, okay? So you third thing, when you be very specific, okay? From now until the next 90 days, you want to break it down. It's very specific. I want to become a Ruby in the next 90 days or the next 60, I mean, the next 6 months. So the and next one, what you willing give up your goal, okay? So you do what it takes. That means that you don't want to waste time to watch TV or do something else that is not focused on your goal, okay? So last, who will be your validated partner? That means that you're gonna talk with this to your partner, to your spouse, to your husband, to your wife, right? You want to do this, and especially you want to talk this to your upline, okay? All right. So you know what you want. This is the method. I want you to take a picture of this, okay? So tonight, I know that Indian is a nighttime right now. So find out your why. Set your goal, create your plan, and make the commitment. And the last thing, you gotta take action. Go without action is just a wish, okay? So here, I break it down here. You want to set your business goal too. How many hours you willing to put into the Nu Skin, okay, a week? How many new contacts that you willing to write it down, okay? And how many presentation that you're gonna do? For me, myself, I did 1,000 of the event. I did 1,000 of the presentation, one-on-one, one-on-two. I have my up downline, and we create the event, okay? So how much group volume? That means that how much the group volume, that organization that you're gonna help your organization a month, and how many bonus point that you're gonna do, you have it in a month, okay? So let's set the goal, and I don't have much time, but I'm gonna go through with you, and tonight you're gonna write this down, okay? So here, you know, no one can reach on the top if you cannot get from the bottom, right? It just the success is not about the elevator. Success about how you build your foundation. Okay, first you got to set your goal. You become an LOI, right? And then the next thing is become a brand breath. And the next step is going to become a goal. Lapis, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, Blue Diamond, and Team Elite. So write down on the left side, you want to help the people, right? Here, If you want to become a team elite, when I come in this, when I be a partner of Nu Skin, I set myself to become a team elite. But first, you gotta do your LI first, right? The team elite have 4 power line. It's 10K, 20K, 30K, and 40K. And also, I want when I set myself to become a team elite, I set my next goal to be team elite 4-star platinum. You see that down here? And then I set myself to become the circle group of excellence. That means that I want to earn the $1 million in this business. Okay. So you set your goal from small to the big goal. Okay. So we are very proud that we become one of the first Vietnamese to earn $1 million. Right? Today, and no, it's your turn today to become $1 million circle. Thank you so much for listening. And take a picture of this. My assistant can send this out for you to print it. Okay, thank you so much for listening. And pass it back to Lorraine. Thank you, Lorraine.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much to our 4-star platinum team elite duo couple there, Ben and Terry. Thank you for always being here to serve the team. So, guys, if you just hopped on, just to kind of recap, we've gone over the why, System 7, and goals. So, really, you are so honored to get this from the top guns in the business. So, our next leader that's going to come up and present and is going to talk about contact list is none other than someone who's been in the business. She is the other half of our power duo couple, married to our Circle of Excellence 4, Ellen Nagao. She is a Blue Diamond director and also an Nourish the Children Foundation ambassador. She brings to us 20 plus years as a senior financial analyst for a Fortune 500 company. And she is a proud mother of 2 amazing sons. They're grown. So I have watched this leader really build, and she's very hands-on. She's been out there just, really taking this business by storm. So without further ado, I'd love to bring up our beautiful Blue Diamond director, Rose Nagao. Thank you so much, Rose, for being here.
Thank you, Lorraine, for the lovely introduction. It is such an honor to be here. And thank you, OTG, for this opportunity to serve our amazing Nu Skin team from around the world. As Lorraine introduced, give me a second here. I'm going to share my slide here. So really excited to share this space with everyone here and learn about how to really achieve success with our Nu Skin business and with our OTG system. This workshop, we will learn the basic and follow the system and do our work. So thank you, Terry and Ben, for your training on why Nu Skin, why the system, and how to set goals. So just a little bit about my background. I had started, as Lorraine mentioned, I was a senior financial analyst for 20 years. I never thought one day I would be a business owner. And when my friend introduced me to Nu Skin, and I really started as a product user, and I love the product, just like all of you here. Our Nu Skin product is extraordinary because there's so much science behind it. The results are so incredible. And at the time when I started, I really had a lot of dark spots on my face. And so I got really excited when my dark spots started to fade away in just less than 2 weeks. And knowing that Nu Skin products are all natural and all backed by science. And I started my business in Calgary, Canada. So here's really my Nu Skin Skin 1.0. That's how I started with our little Vietnamese team. But we were demonstrating, doing demos and doing the presentations, but a lot of demo, because our products, once you use it, and you will be convinced and you become a product believer. So here's my team, and I had Vietnamese team members as well as Latin team members, and but as we know, this journey is not always smooth, right? My Nu Skin 2.0, actually, I started my journey in Mexico as my first Latino country, even though at the time I didn't speak any Spanish, but that didn't stop me because I love Nu Skin so much. I was so passionate about Nu Skin and wanted to share that with everybody. I went to Mexico by myself. And I still remember walking on the street in my little stilettos and the little suitcase that has my scanner in it, my biophotonic scanner. And so I was scanning people and doing demos, as you can see here, and just cold prospecting people on the street. And here's a room full. This was actually my first day in Mexico, a room full about 30 women who didn't speak a word of English. And I know even one of some of my friends would tell me, Rose, how you go to Mexico? Aren't you scared? Isn't it dangerous? I said, you know what? I never even think about that. I never thought that Mexico was dangerous or those thoughts never crossed my mind. I just know, just go, and drive the lines. I started with just one contact, and she wasn't even Mexican. She was from Honduras, from Calgary, and from her because she had one contact in Mexico. And so I went. So today I'm going to talk about contactless, because why I show you my story for Mexico and also for Peru is because all of that came with one contact, because you never know who they know. And this was the opening in Peru. And that I started with one contact from Mexico who knew a couple, a Peruvian couple in Arizona. And from that couple, this was my opening day with all the executives in Peru. And by that time, I still didn't speak much Spanish. But during pandemic, when the whole world stopped, we took off. We took off because this business, that is the beauty of this business, that you can do it. You can do it. You can reach out, and even without leaving your home. And now with technology, with Zoom, and during the pandemic, my Peruvian leaders made these success trips. So there is no excuse with India being so far away and we're living in Canada or US, but we can still reach out to our contacts. And this was our opening in, I believe this was Ahmedabad in the India, one of the opening event. So for our business is a people business, just like a restaurant business. It's a food business. So in order to have food operate a successful restaurant, we need to have an inventory of food. Yes, we need to have food in the fridge so that when customers come, and then we can serve. And our business is a people business, so we need to have an inventory of people, and that is our contact list, which is the second step in our System 7. First, we must set a goal, and Ben talked about that. Our goal, what pin title we want, what kind of income we want, how many leaders we want in our team, and then at the next step, we start to create our contact list. Who are we going to talk to? Who are we going to share about our business? So remember my Mexico team and my Peruvian team. I didn't know anybody, but it came from just one contact. So never underestimate who you know. And we, all of us, have people in our circle, in our family. We have our circle of people that are associated with us with business. We have a circle of friends, and also in our community, in our gym, in a yoga studio, the community that we hang out with. So with these 4 pillars, we can decide and we can figure out and find people who are the most influential. Because over the years, I realized that it is the people that not only they have the desire, not only that they're hungry for a new business or new opportunity, and they have the desire to help people, but also their influence. So influence people, they will have a much bigger impact. Yeah, much bigger impact. So when you write down the contact list, the name for those 4 areas, family, community, business, and friends, that think about who are the most influential in those circles. People that you would love to do business with, people that are positive, that is always so bright, people that not complaining all the time, people are not those people that drag your energy down, but the people that lift you up and lift your spirit up and lift your energy up. Those are the people that you want to work with because you feel good when you're with them. And business is like that. Our business is all about relationships. People want to do business with people they like. Sometimes we can have the best of the best product, but if people don't feel good about you, they're not going to do business with you. So that is really important, to find the person that everybody want to be around with, people that are kind and positive, and then network through their sphere of influence to drive the line. Why? Because like-minded people attract like-minded people. We attract who we are. So if we're always complaining and dragging our feet and lazy and all of that, look around you. You will find all these depressing people as well. So keep our energy high, keep our energy happy and positive, even if you have to fake it. Because, of course, we all have bad days. But remember, fake it till you make it. Okay? Our energy, we're all vibrations. We're all energy and the frequency. When we operate at a higher frequency, we're going to attract people that vibrate at that same frequency. This is very, very important. Ben talked about surround yourself. You are the average of the 5 people around you. That's absolutely right. Surround yourself with people with higher vibration, higher frequency, higher energy. So then create your list. So I would invite you to take a few minutes, write down on your notebook these 4 categories. And usually I would ask my team to put down at least 20 names, because if you go to your phone and look at your contact list, if you have a moment right now, if you go to your phone and go to your contact list, you'll be surprised how many people you have on your contact list. Another thing is, don't decide for them. Don't look at a name and say, no, I don't think this one's gonna do. No, you never know what's going on in their life. Remember our upline, Eileen Williams? Yeah. At the time, she was a executive in HR, and everybody thinks she had the perfect life. But in reality, she shared with us now that spotlight just fell down. She cried herself to sleep because she had young babies, and she wanted to, have a life where she would have more freedom. And her job was too stressful and too much work, and she didn't have time for her kids. So you never know where they're at. So when you see the name, if they're influential, they're positive, they love to help people, and they're always active and looking for new opportunities, write their names down, write their names down, write their names down. And don't decide, oh, this one is super successful, this one's got so many businesses, he's very well off, he has no time, or he's whatever it is. You just never know what's going on in their life. Write their names down. So please take a few moments and write your list in these 4 categories. And if you cannot remember, and you can look in your phone. Just go from A, okay? And you'll be surprised. You probably have a few thousand people on your phone. And this is how we drive the line. Because they have their own sphere, they have their own pool of contacts, and you never know. And from one, and he wasn't even Peruvian, he was Mexican. From one Mexican living in Mexico who's never met the couple, the Peruvian couple in Arizona, I built my team from there and drive the line from there to Peru and grew one of the largest teams in Peru during pandemic when everything was shut down. So when you have the desire and follow the system and build your contact list, one of the things very important when you build your contact list is that you add 3 new names to it every day. That's part of our 3 threes. And one of the 3 is 3 new contacts day, because eventually you're going to run out of your contact, right? Eventually you're going to run out of names from your phone. So that's why the 3 is so important. Is every day you add 3 more new contacts, whether you met them on the elevator, or you met them in the supermarket, or you met them in a Starbucks in your neighborhood, met them on the plane, met them in the bus. You will always be meeting people, right? As long as you're outside. Even if you're not outside, you're on social media, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram. Send some messages and make it a habit, your success habit. Follow the system, 3 new contacts a day, and add that to your contact list. And so that your contact list will never end, that you never run out of people. You never run out of people. And not only this will build your contact list, but it will also help you to develop your courage, because it's not easy to go up to some stranger and start a conversation and ask them for their phone number. It's not easy, especially if you're someone who is introvert, someone who are not really extrovert and just comes naturally, just approach strangers and start a conversation. I know when I started the business, it was one of the biggest challenges for me, because I was a very kind of private person. I could be sitting on a plane 12 hours to go to Asia, and I would not talk to the person next to me. That was me. And when I started going to Mexico, I had to step out of that comfort zone. I had to do something different. I had to start to make a conversation with the person beside me. At first, I really didn't know how to do that, because it's so weird. How do I start to talk to the person and say, oh, hi, what kind of business do you do? My business is launching a technology. You just learn to go out of your comfort zone and push your envelope and step outside your limit, and build your contact list and start with your warm market contacts. Their circles of influence, your acquaintances. Remember, walking and talking, and also work up the courage and exercise that courage to talk to the cold market. So that is my session now for today. Thank you so much for this time, and I hope you take some moment after the training to create your list. Back to you,
Woohoo.
Lorraine.
Woohoo! Thank you so much to our beautiful and amazing leader there. Thank you for going over contact list with us. And if you guys, you know what, follow the system, right? And that's basically the consistent message this morning. So thank you so much, Rose. So I'd like to bring up our next leader. She is, oh my gosh, you guys are so lucky to be empowered by all these very successful leaders. And no one here comes with very little, experience in this business. They're all very, very successful. So our next leader hails all the way from Marbella, Spain, a place that I would love to go to. She is a 2-star platinum Team Elite Presidential Director, Circle of Excellence 1. She's also, an ambassador and Nourish the Children. And she is a New Skin Woman Entrepreneur of the Year in 2008. So, with that, she has really, really great accolades, right? But before that, she grew up in very humble beginnings in Hungary with a single mom and 2 siblings. Her background is she was an economist with 4 diplomas, but the very surprising thing is she never worked as an employee. She freelanced, besides uni to survive. And before Nu Skin, she was an entrepreneur. She owned a small coffee shop, restaurant, but was really struggling with time and uncertainty. So when she came to Nu Skin in 2007, and she allowed leverage and an income and time flexibility to really build a very successful business. And that's why she was, Woman Entrepreneur of the Year in 2008. She is a wife and a mother of a very proud mother of 2 children. And she is committed to Nu Skin's vision, for the Indian market. So without further ado, I'd love to bring up our beautiful Dory Vass all the way from Spain. Thank you so much, Dory. Woohoo!
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lorraine, and to all of these amazing leaders who we heard already today. And we're going to have some more coming after me. And I just couldn't stop taking notes because I learned so much today already. And I got this amazing topic, which is after having the contact list ready, which most probably, if you haven't done it yet, you will do it today because Rose gave you all the knowledge that you need, how to prepare a really great initial contact list, because as you heard, you are going to add people every single day to your contact list. And what is the next step is to invite them to
Hi, Dory. You froze. Dory, your screen froze. Namaste, team. Yes, why we have Dory. Why we have Dory rebooting her screen. Isn't it exciting? Lorene, if you could kind of take over a little bit while Dory's.
Yes. Thank you. And you know what? And these are the things that you're going to experience in this business is that technology, but still we are so blessed to be able to connect, over Zoom, and for all these leaders to be here to help, in our success journey, right? And it's really up to how much you want to take from this, and also, follow your leaders and build upon this wonderful system that we have. And Dory was going to go over the invite, how to invite. And so far, you've heard from Terry go over the why system 7, and Ben go over goals and goal setting. And then Rose went over, contact list, how to build that contact list. So as you can see, these are like building blocks, right? We continue to build upon all these system 7 steps. And so Dory, hopefully she'll be able to rejoin us, but she is tuning in all the way from Spain, making this time to help us build by learning how to invite. And, when I came onto this journey about I went full time, as because I was still working for corporate America. I went full time in 2020 when COVID happened. And the one thing that I had to learn to do this because I came on and I was basically presenting in my invitation. So Dory is going to help us learn how to invite the proper way, right? So, and and my journey was pretty rough, but I came on basically
I'm here.
presenting in my invite. So, Dory, when you are back, there you are. Our
I'm
gorgeous
back.
Dory
I'm
is back.
sorry. The
Okay.
electricity just. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes,
Ah,
we can hear you loud and
perfect.
clear. Thank you.
Okay, I have to be much faster. So sorry, the electricity just shut down because we have huge storms here in Marbella in the last few days, and I didn't expect this because we didn't have electricity a lot. But okay, it's yet can read
You're
from my
good.
mobile internet. So I'm here to talk about invitation. I think this is a very important part of your business because this is the part where you need to create curiosity and get people either on a three-way call or three-way meeting with your mentor upline or to a business briefing, which we have every Tuesday. And, as you heard from Rose, don't decide for other people. What I heard from my mentor, Kenton Worthington, was that don't you dare to make a decision instead of someone else. This sentence stick into my mind so much, and I have a very strong example for that. So I have a childhood friend who started Nu Skin 1 year earlier than I did. And we met on my first event, Nu Skin event. And he was asking me, what are you doing here? And I said, well, somebody invited me, but are you doing Nu Skin? I was like, yeah, for 1 year. I was like, why you didn't invite me? And you know what he said? I didn't think that you would be interested. So just think about what a big loss for him that I'm not in his business, And this example actually was teaching me what mistake not to make. So when I prepared my first contact list, I put 305 names on it because Kenton told me that write down the names as if you would get $1,000 for every single name which is on the list. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And without any help, I just started to write down the names because I believe, that God is supporting me on my journey, my life. And I knew that if I'm thinking about what I want to achieve, I will get the right people immediately. And I started to write them down. That was the first step after getting the vision. But then before I was picking up the phone and inviting them to a meeting with Kenton, I was thinking about my goal. What you heard from Ben. You need to know why you are doing it, and it's so much easier to know it if you have product experience. You cannot talk about the Hungarian goulash soup until you tasted it. You can't sell it to people because you don't even know what it tastes like. And it's the same with the business or the products as well. If you never tried the Nu Skin products, it is so difficult for you to be passionate about them, to really give that feeling to people why they should join you to a meeting where they can try the product, why they should come and try the products of yours or your mentors. But if you haven't tried them, most probably you don't have the products yet. So the first thing that you have to have your stories, create your stories. The electricity is coming back and go, leaving. Anyways, so first create your stories. What I'm telling to people is that you need to have 2 stories. If you started the Nu Skin business, you need to have 2 stories. One with the products, supplements and cosmetic products, and the other one is with the business. You need to have your business story. How to create your business story is that you take action. Without action, by just sitting at home and having your contact list and thinking, it's never going to be built. So the first thing is that you have to take action. You have your contact list, immediately start to take action. Don't care about the time, okay? I started to invite people around 8 p.m. because I was ready with my contact list that time, I didn't care that it's night. I don't know what people are doing. They are at home with the family. I didn't care about it because I had a vision. How did I get my vision? because Terry was talking about the Success Summit, you know. I was attending a Success Summit before I even registered to the business. I was invited there because I couldn't decide. I heard about the business from Canton and so on, but I couldn't make the decision. And then I went to a Success Summit. I got this huge vision. And you know what? It helped me so much in the invitation. And this is why we are recommending you to attend each and every, sorry, it was just asking, each and every event training, because you never know where you're going to get this tick, what I got on the Success Summit. You know that, oh my gosh, this is what's going to change my life. And I had this strong belief. So when I, you know, got my phone and was holding my contact list, I didn't think. I started to call people and asking them who, I mean, I wanted to find a few people to connect with Canton next day, because I knew the Canton doesn't have so much time. So your mentors doesn't have that much time to be ready for you all the time. So whenever they offer you that they are there to help you, you have to make sure that you're going to present some people. So, you know, if you see the vision, what you want, then it will be much easier to invite people. And I'm going to share my slides very fast to help you with the steps of invitation, to give you some practical advices, okay? So I know my reason. This is my reason, my family. I always thought to myself when I was young that I'm never going to be the mom who has to tell to my kids that we cannot afford something that would be very important, like a university or whatever, you know, that would really could change the life of my kids. And for that, I'm ready to fight for. I mean, it's not myself, it's my kids, but you have to find your motivation as well. And I want you now
Did we lose Dory again?
I'm really
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Dory.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you now.
Yes,
Good.
we hear you.
Oh, okay, that's great. All right. So just, I want you to imagine yourself that you are the one who is holding the camera. And I'm going to play this with you first, if it allows. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Imagine yourself being on the stage and being recognized in front of thousands or tens of thousands of people in India, being one of the top leaders of the Indian market. And then imagine seeing your business partners being recognized in front of that huge amount of people, because this is what's going to help you. This is what's going to help you when you are doing the, that you have this strong vision and no one can stop you from reaching.
Dory,
All right,
did we lose?
Lorraine. Let's
Yeah.
move to the second. Yes, because I so we can have the flow. Just go ahead and bring
Your
Okay.
time. Can you hear me?
All
Can you
right.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Dory. Go ahead.
It's not working well. Okay. So the art of invitation. You have to learn to talk about the product and you have to learn to talk about the business in a very passionate way. So what I usually recommend to people, when you do the invitation, never sit down, always stand up and walk, because you have to show the other person that you are in a momentum, you know, you have this kind of vibe, this energy. And by sitting down, it's so hard to give energy. So what I'm doing, I'm always walking in the house here and there.
Okay. Dory, are you there? Did we lose you again?
Lorene, just go on to the next one.
Okay, all right.
We have
So
Joy
yes,
Workshop.
all right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dory. You know, in the interest of time, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic this morning because we want to respect everybody's time here. But we do, you know, give Dory a big hands of applause for making the time to really come on and help us grow here in this opportunity. So that is their contact list. You know, we've gone over that, and invite. So our next leader that's going to come on and train us is going to be someone that is no stranger to me, and he is going to be talking about presenting. Right, presenting is a really key part of this, you know, of this system. So, and he is going to help us with that one, and he is no stranger to me because he is my um, really faithful and really loving leader. He is a father of two, Kaimamani and Noah, and he made his first six-figure income in this at the age of 23. He comes from the world of funeral director, if you can believe it. You know, it's a very morbid job to be in, but he created a global distribution business that has now grown over 14 countries. He's been in Nu Skin for over 10 years, and his key beliefs is whatever it takes and to be the zero to hero leader. He's qualified for over 7 success trips, and he continues to lead like no other. He's also somebody that is going to bring to us a lot of energy, and he's going to talk to us about how to present. So without further ado, I'd love to bring up my amazing qualified team elite Blue Diamond director, K2. Thank you so much, K2.
All right. Hello, hello. Namaste to all India leader. Welcome to an incredible workshop. What an exciting morning to all those who are tuning in. As I'm playing, I think you guys are on such a great treat. I hope today has been incredible learning. These knowledge has been the integral part to my success. Today I get to share with you the presentation, right? One of the best part I get to share is present. For many of you guys who don't know me, my name is K2, all the way here from California, Monterey Bay. First of all, namaste to all those here in India. I'm so excited for you, especially the leaders that are showing up today, that are being on this call. You know, I've learned they say some people dream of success while others wake up and work hard for it. Whether you guys woke up today, is a weekend, whether you decide to do something, it doesn't matter, because what the most important decision you made was to be here and to learn what it's going to take to change your future in 2026 to make sure you become that leader that people can follow. You know, my story with Nu Skin started about 11 years ago, but beyond that, I started in this type of industry at the age of only 18, guys. 18 years old, started in the industry where we talk about real estate, mortgage, and uh, and being able to come from that industry 4 years later, was able to build a large organization of real estate professional, medical professional. I had lawyers, doctors underneath me at the age of 22, made my first incredible income, six figure, until the downturn took the market, and I became a funeral director. You know, went from success to zero, right? Went out there and get a job as a funeral director, became a single father, and then uniquely, believe it or not, 11 years ago, this opportunity presented itself to me again. Someone that come from a transactional background, big ticket item. You know, every single time we make a transaction, it was thousands of dollars, until I sat down with, believe it or not, Mrs. Rose Nagel, husband, Mr. Alan Nagel, my senior partner, with my mentor and coach Terry Tu and Ben Nguyen. Sat down with him, and he presented me Nu Skin. Believe it or not, I could not imagine me doing Nu Skin. I was your typical guy, you know, guys, the guy that doesn't use anything other than soap and water when he shower, you know. So when I look at a skincare business, I didn't see how I was going to be able to go out there and create success with this type of industry. But lo and behold, this industry has taken me all around the world, allowed me to do things I've never imagined I can do. Having been a father as a single dad to my two children, watching them grow, and in the midst of it all, as I was going through the most downfall of my life, going through a divorce and losing my father, my best friend in 2020, to be able to see my business grow and thrive, whether I was there or not, has been on a reason about. So for all you, all my Indian brothers and sisters, this is your moment to go from zero to hero. You really want to go out there and build a team, right? Success, I've learned from my upline, success, business success takes teamwork. It takes, when I first started this, I started my son, and I get to watch him grow as we build the team. How do you build large team? How do you build large organization? For someone like myself, for the Indian market, right? Someone like myself that wasn't the greatest speaker, wasn't the greatest trainer, right? I didn't understand the dynamic of business. How was I able to go out there and build a duplicatable system, right? And they said everything that we do. They say if you want to just you want to be a 5-star chef in your own restaurant, you don't need a system. If you want to just be the only person on the block, being the greatest leader, you don't need a system. They say, system builder, as Terry's talking about, system builders a system. They need to be, they need a system. All right. And what today we training you is a system, how to build your team, how to go out there and talk to people, how to invite people, now how to present. There's 3 ways, for myself. I wasn't a great presenter, but I was able to utilize the system to help me go out there and present the information that was that's presented to you guys today. We have quality 5-point business presentation every single Tuesday. You notice we have powerful presenter that's helping growing the Indian market that you just have to plug in, guys. Plugging in is the key word. Like today, you're learning from industry leaders and you just have to plug in. So the expertise I've learned, the expertise is in the tool. First impression is the key, right? Today, that training, we have a first impression on leaders. We have leaders from all around the world teaching you guys how to build a business. Leaders that have already done it. They're not just talking out of magic, right? They're not pulling rabbit out of the air. These are leaders who have experienced it. They know what it takes. They know all the pitfall, and they're helping you condense that time, those mistakes that you were going to do, and make sure we have a system set in place that's easy to follow, that's duplicatable, that's consistent message. The message is the same. You notice the message has not changed. One Team Global is a key building. How did my team grow all the way to 14 countries? Not because I traveled to 14 countries, because I was able to utilize One Team Global system, its leaders, its presenters, its trainers. I utilize. See, that's the key thing. You utilize the system and you duplicate it. I utilize it and I got my team members to utilize it. So now I'm in the duplication game, right? I wasn't in the me game. I took me out of the equation, right? My sister always, my mentor say, take you out of the equation. Just duplicate the master key. Find the key that's going to unlock the secret of success, right? And what is the secret? If there's someone in this business, in our OTG system, has already unlocked the secret to how to build a team, how to create income, how to create leadership, then you just take that key and you utilize it, you copy it, and you unlock the system. On the job training, where can you go to learn as you earn? Today, you are learning as you earn. India market, to all my brothers and sisters, you guys are earning. And it takes real competence to not have to know everything, right? One thing I've learned, I learned I don't know everything. I know that. I accept that. I agree with that. When I say I don't know everything, I'm good. But one thing I am very confident is I know where the information is. I don't have to know the science behind it. I don't have to know what's in the product. I don't have to know. I just know that if someone asks me a question, I know where to go. I know if you need to know where the next meeting is, you go to oneteamglobal.us or .global, and you can find all the meetings. You can find what the leaders are. You can find what the scanners are. You can find who are operating these scanners. and you can utilize the system that help you present. You can find the one-on-one presentation to download so you can practice, right? You can learn, watch the videos to watch how to do the demo. You see, in the beginning, I didn't know how to demo. I remember my upline, Alan Egal, he can sit there and hold a hand and make that hand look like magic. It goes from old to new. He can take half a face and turn it from, I hate to say, ugly to beautiful, old to young, right? And I sit there and say, oh my God, I can't do what you do, Alan, I cannot. But you know what he taught me? He said, K2, it doesn't matter. I said, I don't know skincare. He said, it doesn't matter. He said, you know, who do you know that knows skin? I said, I know everybody, Alan. He said, and you don't see, and you don't see that if I can show result, there's magic in the making. I said, oh my good Lord. Oh yeah, that makes sense. The light clicked on. I'm like, yeah, I'm all in. I saw her face. It changes. I don't need to explain. See that? Demos, live online presentation. Okay, we got that. The scanning, the machine, the prism. That's the key word right there. Many ways to present, guys. Many ways you can present. But there's the right way and the wrong way to get the result you need. There's many ways to do it. All right. But then if you follow the ways I already set for you, then you save you from being you. You see, I save myself from being myself. I say, I can't do what you do, Alan. But guess what? Alan got videos and I can show demos. And then you know what? That's a key thing. I can't do what Terry 2 do, but guess what? I can pull my people to the presentation that she does, and they listen to her, and I'm ready to go. I can't train like my upline Ben Nguyen train, but guess what? I can get them on an online live training today, and they learn. So the presentation's right there, guys. Tap that down. www.oneteamglobal.com, folks. All right, you get to learn all the meetings. See, I might not be in Vietnam, but guess what? There's meetings that showing up in Vietnam, and I can know who are in those meetings. I connect with them. Now I'm connecting with leaders in our OTG family, my brothers and sisters in OTG, and we're learning. And I'm now earning because they're doing the work for me. See, that is the magic of the business right here. You don't have to do everything by yourself, right? Understand you're an independent distributor, but you are not alone. I love that. And that's what made me successful in this business because I knew if I'm by myself, I'd be in trouble. I would not be where I'm at today. I would not be successful. I can't go from zero to hero by myself, right? I utilize the three-way calling. What is that, the three-way calling, you ask me? Guess what, guys? When I know I can't, you see, there's something called a prospect, the person you want to connect to. And there's you, the distributor. And there's your upline, your senior partner, whoever that is that you look up to, whoever it is that has a success story, whoever it is that already making income and having a team on top of you, right? Your senior partner. And I know that, you know what? The people I know, they know me, but they trust me. But they might know me too good that they might don't want to do some things with me. Or if I say certain things, they know me as K2. They don't know me as a guru, right, of new skin. They know me as K2. And if I want them to meet the guru, all right, the guru right here, someone like, let's say my senior partner, Ben and Terry, I connect my prospect to them. I make a phone call and say, hey, you know what? I might not know everything about this business, but I know someone that does. When they ask me a question, if I'm brand new, like you guys might be in the first 30 days, I don't know about the business. I don't know about the income. I don't know how the product works. I don't know a lot of things. I admit it. But guess what? I do know someone I know, and I can get you on the call with them. I can say, ring, ring, ring. Terry, too, guess what? I got a prospect on the phone, and she want to know, guess what? That person, my upline, just brought credibility, brought trust. See, when I'm brand new, when people come into your business, they go, well, do you make money yet? I said, no, I'm in trouble. I haven't made no money. But guess what? I know someone who do. I know someone that make money. Have you ever done a demo? No. But I saw one. I know who can do a good demo. Guess what? I get them to the upline. I get them to my leaders. I get them to whoever that can build the trust, the confidence, and that saved me from having to try to pretend something I'm not. See that, guys? A lot of time I've learned in this business why people fail is they try to answer everything. They try to be the expert in the first 30 days. It's kind of tough. I've been here 11 years. I'm still learning. I'm still don't consider myself an expert. I'm still learning, just like everybody. I'm learning as I'm earning. It's just the more I learn, the more I earn. I just earn more than I did before when I first started. You see that? That's a difference. So listen carefully to your contact as you present, guys. Ask a question about your family, work, money, time. Find out what you can do to help them with. And start out with the most important question of all is your why. Why? Why do you need extra income? Why do you need financial freedom? Why do you need to create wealth? Why is with your pension? Why you want to own your business? Why you want more free time? Why you want to help others? Why? Why? You know, I've learned that it's not the how you're going to get there, but the why that's going to get you there, if it makes sense. It's not the how, right? You know, a lot of people come in here and like everything else, they think it's a job. They're how, show me how, right? But if you have the right why, you're going to find the how eventually. You're going to find the how to get there. But your why got to be stronger because the how doesn't keep you in this game, I've learned. The how never keeps you here. It's the why that make you stay in this business and get you to why. So earning while you're learning, Nu Skin product, product showcase, demo, scanning, social selling, online, offline, one-on-one, Pharmanex, using the product, right? Business briefing, social media, business presentation, attraction marketing, online presentation. Once again, you see all these wrap up to earning while you're learning. You don't have to be the best. You just got to learn to be the best. All right. And the most important thing right here, System 7, is to present your story. The most important story of all. Your presentation, every presentation start with your story. Not my story, your story. What your experience, what your certainty was, how much your enthusiasm changed and judgmental your contacts were. Build your story in 3 parts, guys. 1, easy. What you did do, what you didn't like or skeptical about Nu Skin, like I shared with you, right? I never knew skincare or healthcare before, and how you change it. What did you do to change your story? Make sure your present trigger 2 important questions today, folks. Okay. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for the next person, right? When you're telling your story, people want to know, is it worth it for me? Right? Is it worth it for me? And number 2, will I be able to do it? If your story was tough, where I'm like, oh my God, I have to go out there and I have to take like what, a 6-year degree. I have to go out there and do go to college all over again. I don't think I can do that. But if you keep it simple enough for me, all right, and I can do that. You want me to copy? I can copy. All right. You don't want me to talk? I can do that. You want me to just play a video? I can do that. All right. You want me to call my upline? I can do that. I know how to dial a number, right? But you tell me to come in here and I got to learn the ingredients. I got to learn how to talk like a scientist. I got to learn how to be Terry 2 in the first 30 day or Rose, right? You know, you telling me I got to come in here and I got to drive all the way to Mexico and don't speak no Mexican, right? No Spanish. I'd be in trouble. All right, but you tell me, hey, just go out there and do a demo. Just go out there and play a video. Just go out there and make a phone call. Just go out there and share your story. If you can do that, you win. But the most important story of all, team, all right, as we cut this off, is your story. You know, my story, overall presentation, your story. What did you do? What you didn't like? And you got to be able to do that in 30 seconds. And where do you come from? Where have you been doing? Why Nu Skin? As a wrap it up, I want to wrap up with the most important story of all is today. You know,
You won't remember my name.
They got to remember your name. People can't forget your name.
Last time you will see me at the top. My doubts will destroy dreams. The more I seem to learn, the more I seem to lose. I want to carry on. Not today. This is the point I give up.
Not today.
But not today. I want to carry on. The more I seem to lose, the more I seem to learn. My dreams will destroy my doubts. You will see me at the top. This is the last time you won't remember my name. You won't remember my name.
All right. And with that being said, I want to remember your name, my India OTG family. Today, people will never forget your name again. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a great, wonderful day. God bless.
Woo! Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much to our qualifying team Elite K2 for that powerful training on how to present and what to do. So basically, the message that I heard is that really learn to leverage. Leverage the system, leverage your upline, because in presenting, there are so many resources to use to present. So thank you so much, K2. So as you can see, when you're looking at our system 7, is follow-up that comes after this and get started. So these two pieces, please reach out to your upline. And I see that there are so many new participants, and also kudos to our top guns that are here on this call. Thank you for making the time to join us. And so as we begin to wrap this up, we are going to turn the time back to our 4-star platinum team elite, Terry 2, to come back and take us through teamwork and how to be a team player in this opportunity. And there is no other that is better than Terry herself training in this, because she is the master of team building. I've watched this lady and I've try to duplicate everything that she does. She is a leader of principle and also leads by example. And one thing I love about Terry is that she leads with so much humility. And there is nothing that she asks of the team to do that she cannot do herself. So without further ado, I'd like to bring back our 4-star platinum team elite and Circle of Excellence 3, Terry 2, to train us on teamwork. Thank you, Terry.
What an amazing event so far. And we still see record amount of individual on the Zoom here today, and appreciate all the speakers so far, and from as many challenges Dory went through, she's continue, trying to serve all of us today. As you can see, that's how committed, our leaders to serve all of you, especially our Indian market, and from K2, to Rapid. I don't know, I can follow that, but and then Ben Nguyen, my handsome, I'm sorry, boyfriend, going on goal setting, and he is a master of setting goals, and amazing share from Bros and contact, putting them on your fortune list, who are fortunate to be on your fortune list. That's how I see it. Who are blessed to be on your list, because you never know, one day when they're on stage and your name is mentioned. And so how many times will people mention your name because you thought of them to put them on your list? Okay. And then Lorraine just moving along, amazing. She's my right hand wing woman that I can always felt I can count on. Appreciate all of you, especially all of you. You are the reason why we're here. Success is all about showing up, and you proving that you're showing up despite the inconvenience, because success, after all, is inconvenience. Success is out of the comfort zone, right? You get it. Oh, I got the right one. Okay, right there. Okay, success is out of your comfort zone, and being today, it is out of comfort zone, especially Sunday, this Saturday evening. You could have been out there partying in India, and some of you in Vietnam, and there's Dory, being with her kid, and Lorene up in Atlanta last day before she fly back to the to California. But as you know, we all committed, and I always believe that much as I heard a saying by the founder of our company, Blake Rodney, and he say, "Much is given, much is expected." And so, when you're blessed, you want to be the blessing for other people. And my life, as I reflect back this journey of 30 years, my life changed because I'm standing on the shoulder of giant. I have mentor who believe in me, who challenge me not to give up, and I have introduced into the system 30 years ago as a new didn't want business, didn't like business, didn't want to be in front of people. But thanks to the system, it saved me from myself, and it's inspired me to be who I am. And every day, I'm always told my team, I'm the best student. Every meeting, every workshop, every event, I walk in with an attitude of what today. Even today, I mean, as I sit and hear all these presenter, I've learned something today, and know that in this business, as you learn, the more you became, you're gonna attract and to become a leader, because leadership, that's what creates freedom in this business. It's not just you becoming a leader, it's you building leaders of leaders in this business. We always say we're not the king maker or the queen maker. With the system, we are in the business of duplication, duplicating leaders. Okay. And so it is my honor to wrap up, knowing that the system will help you simplify to multiply. I love that word 30 years ago, simplify to multiply. How many of you want to multiply 10 of you, right? 20, how many of you want to multiply, 100, rows? How many of you want to multiply, 100, but yourself, right? You say, if I just find one person like me who's like all in, then I'd be sad, right? And not just one. You want to find 10, committed, all in leaders. And the more leadership you develop, right? And the system, will help you, to have that leverage. When I saw Nu Skin 17 years ago and I said yes to Nu Skin, my second question was, is there a system? Because I know that knowing what I know, yes, I can, run my own little system, Terry 2 system, but I know that I don't want to work hard. I want to work smart, because I was 35. I'm looking at Nu Skin as how can I bless other people's life, but I want to able to, when I became a mom, and I still want to become an international businesswoman, but I want the leverage to be fully a mom and a wife. And so it has to have a system. And so thank God the second day at the kickoff event, they have an OTG breakout session. And that's when I say, hallelujah, they have a system. Because if Nu Skin did not have OTG, I don't think I'd be here, because I know I didn't want to work hard. This time around, I want to work smart. And as you can see, the system, if you want to get a hold of this fundamental, and you can download the workshop on the OTG website and really study this. To this day, I still felt like every time when my business suffer, I still go through here and realize what step did I miss? If my business did not go the way that I want, what part of the 7, core habit that I am not doing? If my business, if not building leadership, then maybe I need to feed my mind. Maybe I need to plug in more. Maybe I need to grow myself. And if I'm not getting the point, I'm not getting promotion, or I'm not, getting success trip, or, being a Ruby, then what part, 1 to 4 that I did not do, right? And so to me, it's so important that this is, I believe that, the system could be your Bible. It could be your upline leader, if they're not around, right? Because this is what gonna help you, navigate your business. Every time you're off track, it keep you back on track. And so, the last part, that I want to share with you is, be a team player, which is system 7, the 7 step, which is a team player, right? And what does team player entail? There's a duplication, edification, no cross-lining, and consultation. And I dive a little bit more into that. What does duplication really means? Because this fundamental, this is what hold the house up. Remember, you guys saw that the first presentation I did, the 4 pillars on the bottom, that's what hold the house up. And so you can build the house, but if you don't have the pillars on the bottom, the foundation, then it will collapse. And so this is the 4 pillars I'm going to go through, duplication. And what duplication really means is, to create leverage with your Nu Skin business by developing leader. You want to duplicate leaders, all right? And I've learned everything we do get duplicate. As the saying goes, 50% of what we do correctly, duplicate only 50%, but 100% of what we do ineffectively, mean wrong, get duplicate 100%. So it's not important if it's work. What's most important is it duplicate. Nathan Rick, our senior partner, mentor who create OTG, he always say your team is as a reflection of who you are. And so in my early days, when I look at my team, I want to cry, right? Or I want to quit, because they're not committed. They're not serious. They're laxy daisy. And I'm like, they're the reflection of who I am, right? And so I'm like, then am I committed? Am I disciplined? Am I serious about the business? And so I realized when I start getting committed, I grew up, I'm an artist, but I win every contest when I enter art contests, right? But I daydream a lot. And then I realized that, dream without action is a daydream. And so I daydream a lot. And so in this business, I've learned to put goal into action. I force myself to do, I shy talk to people, and I literally force myself to go out there and talk to 10 new people, right? And so, and it's not about, does it work? There are people who are talented in this business, but one thing about me, I don't see myself good talent in speaking with people. So I learned the system. Anybody can duplicate the system, all right? Because why? It's not whether your business work or not. Every time, as our team, or your team, expand or grow, you got to look at the system. Does that get duplicated? Can other people do what I do? All right. If the question is no, then guess what? It's not duplicatable. All right. And so our team does what we do, not what we say. I got four little monkey. I call them my monkey. Monkey see, monkey do, right? Literally, my husband Ben started working out. Oh my God! The next time I show you the video, my Isaiah, 5 years old, he started working out. When Ben take his jacket off, he took his jacket off, right? And he's like doing one hand press, like 5 years old. See, so our team is the same thing. They will duplicate what they see, not what we tell them, right? And so it's important, and you will get paid to duplicate in this business, right? And then moving on to the second pillar, edification. What does that mean? Edify, right? To tee up. You see the golf, to tee up. When you edify, you lend credibility. You create elevation. Tee up. When you elevate, when you edify, it goes further. What do we edify, right? We edify new skin product. We elevate Prismio, truly, AI, truly wellness, intelligent technology no one has. We can help 10 million healthy household around the world, 1 lakh in India, right? We don't talk bad about other company. We just, focus and elevate, our company, our products, our upline, our sideline in the Zoom here today, and our system, right? Because when we tee up, it go very far. I know in real life, people tear people down, right? People talk bad. I remember my experience when my first job, I worked at Pacific Bell. That show you how young I am, how old I am. Pacific Bell, and I remember as I walk by these girls, they get together and they're like chit chat, and I overheard they talk negative about somebody, or they complain about another, senior account manager, and I'm like, I don't know. And somewhere in for me, I just never felt like I'm part of the girl chit chat group, and that's why I love the system that we edify. We speak good about other people. I challenge you to be a positive magnet, right? You remember when you walk by someone and they're so negative, the first thing they're like puke all over you, and you're like, stay away from me, right? And so edification is like really be positive, and so you can attract, because nobody want to hang around with negative, disillusioned individual, right? And so edify is so important. Speak positively and uplifting. Introduction. Lorraine did an amazing job today, right? Edifying, lifting up all the speaker, and get into the habits of edifying. Speak good of others in this business, because we are a global force for good, right? When we talk about force for good, Nu Skin mission is to be a force for good. We're not just talking about, force for good, program. We're talking about all of us are force for good. When they come across with us, they know that Nu Skin, we are a force for good, not force for bad, right? And so be represent. I love that word, force for good. And you edify on 3-way call, you edify one-on-one. You don't just, you have your upline, team elite, $5 million circle, and you're like, oh, here's Rose, here's Alan, here's Ben, here's Dory, right? who are they, right? So learn how to edify, right? Edify helps during these meetings. This is where you learn and earn, right? You help, and during your two-way meeting, three-way call, you want to edify. Don't just edify this your guests, because sometimes I know we're like, join me. You're so desperate, and so you try to make your guests look good, but no. Why do your guests has to listen to your senior partner, right? They're not a nobody. You're lending their experience. You're asking for their time to help you, and so you gotta edify your leader properly. It helps give them validation, right, credibility, and all of that. And during these call, it helps answer questions, right? They're gonna answer a question for you, and once you edify them, zip up, zip, right? Because they're the expert, right? Because once you edify your leader and you start jumping in and by talking over them, then they're no longer become the expert, right? Especially when it comes to the people you bring into this business, they know you already. Let someone else do the talking for you, because the people we know are not going to listen to us anyway. They're going to listen to a stranger. And so it's best to use your upline. Okay, they will help answer question objection, is validate the business, right? The 5-point presentation that K2 did really validate who we are, right? And I truly believe that people will make solid decision based on accurate and correct information, not on lack of information. So for you, if you're new, is premature trying to explain the whole thing, and then through all this, two-on-one meeting, home demo, you always have a senior partner, an expert with you. You get training, as you go, and it get duplicate, right? Because the people, new later your trainee, saw that you just sit there, your guests, and they're like, oh wow, so I don't have to do all the talking. Someone will help me, right? Okay, and then through that you get to be trained, all right, and right there, always understand that there's your senior partner, you edify, and then your guest, right? And because your trainer has the respect with the people that you don't know, right? You have the trust, but they have the respect. And I know K2 went through earlier, and so it's important. I truly believe the leader that grow and explode is the leader that do a lot of one-on-one with their senior partner. Every time I look at my leader, those that do a lot of one-on-one connecting people with me, they're grow, right? So these are true principle in network marketing. I know we have, technology change, tools change, but the principle of network marketing don't change. I truly believe that, because it's been 30 years. And I want to wrap up with the last point, no cross-lining. What does that mean, no cross-lining? Okay. Oh, sorry. I got almost right there. No cross-lining. What does that mean, right? Allow distributor, all of us, to work successfully together as sideline in a market like India, and we do event together. We do event together with respect. What does a sideline mean? It's mean sideline meaning any distributor that are not part of your downline, right? And cross-lining, because system, some team will do more social, some team would do more demo, some team would do different, because nobody it's like nobody know your family more than the mom and dad, right? And so we don't share. I mean, I'm on speaking, like years ago, 7,000. I do a lot of speaking on Zoom, stage. And, when people come, oh, you're so wonderful. And, the first thing I would do is they say, oh, can I learn? Can I get that from you? And I told them, who's your upline? Oh, Kenton. Oh my God, Kenton. I love Kenton. He, one of the best, trainer. I've learned a lot from Kenton. Or, oh, you're part of Rose, oh my God, Rose and I, she's like, my sister from another mother. She is amazing. But you know what? You're in the right place, because here we all work together as one team global. All right. And so respectfully, ask their upline, who their upline, because there's someone in their upline, that are successful that can help this person. The reason why I know this by heart, because when I joined my first network marketing 30 years ago, my brother who brought me into the business quit. The other, upline quit. The other upline, within like 6 months, 3 upline quit. So I became an orphan, but thank God there's a system that I plug in. I continue to show up to event. This is 30 years ago. We don't have Zoom, okay, guys? It's tough. So I pay money to go up to event, right? And I show up to event, and then eventually, I've learned the system, and then there's a successful upline. He's like the top 5% money earner in the company. He started taking notice of me because he see that this girl show up, and he found out I was in his team, and so he reached down and start working with me. All right, and so here in this business you have 6 upline, that has a best interest in your success, okay, and they're going to help you, to work with you. And consultation is important. The last one is consultation. Because if you want to win big, wouldn't you want to consult with, your senior partner? It's not the person who brought you in here. It's your senior partner. Somewhere there's a ruby, there's a diamond, there's a blue diamond, and team lead. Consult with them, because if you don't consult with them, you don't know. You might go in circle. And I've learned in this business, you consult upline, you go up. You can circle with sideline, you go in circle in this business. And most important, you can soak downline. You always listen to all the complaint by your downline and what your downline recommend you to do. Then you go down in this business. And I see that true in 30 years, in this industry, right? And so consult, and nobody know your business more than your upline. Every time a leaders want to consult, to move up, the first thing I do before I hop on is I go into my, back office. I looked at, what's their point, how many LOI they have, what is their, how many customer they have, right? Because I need to know what is it that they, your upline know all of that number so they can better consult you. And don't say that your upline are too busy. Guys, as successful, individual, they want to give back. They want to help, because your success is their success. And so they could consult you on, mentoring you for your next success trip, mentoring you to be a ruby, to be a blue diamond, whatever it is. They are the best individual to consult you in this business. And how do you consult? Request a one-on-one, beginning of the month. Do that. Reach out. If you want to inspire to be, a diamond, reach out to your upline diamond, because they got there. You want to be a blue diamond, reach out to your blue diamond team elite, because they got there. They gone the way. They can show the way for you. Okay. So knowing that, in this business, OTG, this is really a symbolic of who we are as One Team Global, that we help each other, we together collectively, we can go far. Okay, team, I'm going to wrap up. Success is not one straight path, right? Success, you're going to go through a lot of failure, just fail forward. Okay, accept the fact today that it's not going to be a smooth road, right? There's a lot of failure in this business. Embrace that and know that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And we're so excited that you're here with us today, and knowing that, just like I learned that you guys start to be great. Imagine, does that look like a champion to you? No, this is me and K2, all right? And to able to be where we are today because of amazing individual who believe in us out. And to me, with Nu Skin, this amazing sister, understand that, when you think of quitting, you're noticing who watching you, and your children watching you, your teammates watching you. Do you gonna give up on your dream easily? Because you don't want to let your children know that mom and daddy's a quitter, right? That's where it is for me. Every time I think about quitting, the promise I told my mom and dad back then, and now with Nu Skin, the promise that, we told our team that you have the dream, Nu Skin is a vehicle. And I'm here to tell you, if you have the dream, Nu Skin is a vehicle. And so don't quit until payday, and be somebody in this business. You will become a somebody in this business. I have no doubt, as long as you don't quit. Okay, because this is your life and your vision, and you build it your way. We're here to support you, but we're not your boss, right? And I want to show you, this is how it's like. exciting as we launch the biggest market in the world. The question is, are you ready? Are you ready for your future? Because we are ready, right? And we challenge you to discover the best in you, right? You will discover the best in you. And thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. Take care and God bless. We're going to pass back to our Lorene. Appreciate you guys. Namaste. Love you all.
Woohoo! Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Give her a big hand of applause for wrapping this up so powerfully. Thank you so much for the commitment that these leaders have made to come on and empower us. And thank you all for staying on and continuing to learn. I love seeing everybody here and all the power leaders that are on this call. Thank you so much. And therefore, namaste. Happy weekend and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We got no music, but it's okay. Thank you, team. I love you.
All right. Yeah.
Namaste.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. So appreciate you.